Chief Meteorologist Brandon Michaels joining us now with a look at our forecast because lots of changes are happening this time of year.
Yeah, June 1st, a pretty significant date for us in meteorology. It's the first day of what we call meteorological summer, which is just the months of June, July, and August, typically our warmest months. Very fitting for us here in Bakersfield, where we go from an average high of 88 to 96 from the beginning to the end of the month. And June is almost always a month where we get triple digits. 93% of the time we hit 100 degrees in June. 2005, the last time we didn't. Also, the first day of Atlantic hurricane season. This is typically when the hurricanes really start to step up. We haven't had a May hurricane since 1970, and we are already tracking some activity in the tropics. And we talked about this yesterday, the remnants of Agatha just kind of pushing into the Caribbean Sea right now, eventually going to be drifting up over towards the Gulf of Mexico and even toward potentially the state of Florida. NHC, the National Hurricane Center, saying there's about an 80% chance that that forms into another tropical cyclone, which would be Alex, within the next 2 days. So it looks like we'll be seeing our first tropical activity in the U.S. here pretty soon. As far as us here in Kern County, that beginning of summer is very fitting. It was warm today, and it is going to be warm tomorrow. 96 degrees your high temperature in Bakersfield, 95 in Arvin, some 80s through our mountain communities. Very similar to what we saw today. There is a chance that we could see some triple digits over in the desert. We're going to be seeing temperatures close to 100 there. Little bit windier for tomorrow, but not too bad. We'll notice a little bit more of a breeze in eastern Kern, but no damaging winds or anything like that. Here in the valley, our typical 10 to 15 mile per hour winds as we get into the afternoon, just enough to keep our air quality from being just too bad. 57, that is in the moderate range for tomorrow. It's on the low end of the moderate range, so we may be getting a little bit warmer, but at least we don't have that heat and haze together. Take a look at your 7-day forecast, and tomorrow sticks out as, at this point, the warmest day of that 7-day. We are going to have a little bit more cloud cover rolling through the day, especially as we get into the afternoon, so that might help us out a little bit, but I think we're still a pretty warm day, going with 96 degrees for your high temperature tomorrow. A nice drop in the temperatures into the weekend, a little bit more cloud cover helping us out once again. We're down into the 80s at least, which is near to even a little bit below average for this time of year. And we're back into the 90s in time for Election Day next week. 7-day forecast for our mountain communities. We are on the breezy side. Again, winds are going to pick up a little bit for Thursday, but I think we're going to see a little bit more significant wind Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday as that cooler air is really starting to push into Kern County. A nice drop in the temperatures for our mountain communities. A comfortable weekend in store for those areas. Lower 70s to lower 80s. And again, the temperatures, just like here in the valley, do climb as we get into next week.